Here's what your average street looks like in South Dallas, where Jasmine Crockett represents.
Best part about Jasmine Crockett's district is free public bathrooms. Think about it. That's where your tax dollars are going.
Brown New Deal.
Man, someone was having a cookout right here. Look, see the pan and the charcoals are ready to go. Jasmine, why did you invite us to the cookout? Look, there's the pans. And here's the rest of the cookout right here.
Ooh! Ah, the ghetto! The ghetto. The ghetto.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Mika, and we're back for another Red Cup Talks, because this is where truth, pop culture, and politics meet. So I wanted to come on and talk about Jasmine Crockett, because Jasmine Crockett's district is just trash. And I do mean literally trash, all right? Not the people, not the constituents, not Americans, but how she treats that district. It's literally trash. She goes and talks about Republicans are this, Republicans are that, Republicans are bad. But if you see this district, you would say, where is the money? And when I say where's the money, meaning that she claims to have brought in all of this business, but none of the business is showing in this footage. Now, this footage that we're going to watch is from Benny Johnson, okay? Benny Johnson is an independent journalist, independent reporter, YouTuber, whatever you want to call him. He went down to TX-30 and he exposed what Jasmine Crockett's district really looks like. Now, we're not going to watch the full video because it's about 12 minutes long, so I'll leave it in the description if you want to watch the whole thing. But I am going to point to certain things because I thought these certain points mattered, all right? And I think that Jasmine Crockett didn't realize that this was coming, all right? Now, we've covered AOC and how trash her district is, how she has young illegal immigrant girls out there in a red light district in the middle of the day. And how the migrants are just everywhere. They do everything they want to do. And they're outside of real businesses, actually taking up the sidewalk to where customers can't even get to the business. And unfortunately, Jasmine Crockett's district is no different. I want you guys to see exactly what's going on in TX-30. Watch.
Here's what your average street looks like in South Dallas, where Jasmine Crockett represents.
Best part about Jasmine Crockett's district is free public bathrooms. Think about it. That's where your tax dollars are going.
Brown New Deal.
Man, someone was having a cookout right here. Look, see the pan and the charcoals are ready to go. Jasmine, why did you invite us to the cookout? Look, there's the pans. And here's the rest of the cookout right here. Here's an elementary school in the heart of Jasmine Crockett's district. Let's go ahead and check on the environment in which these kids are learning. You have burned down buildings in every direction. Nothing's open. FDJT has been tagged on this building. Everything is just blight. Everything is been destroyed. Empty booze bottles sitting in the parking lot. Did Jasmine Crockett write FDJT? Maybe that's her contribution here. Decline is a choice. None of those businesses are open. All of them have been shuttered and burned to the ground. This is where the students are learning. It's bad.
It's really bad.
So that's the big school in Jasmine Crockett's district. You can see the playground and everything like that. There are kids playing on it. Here's the walkway to school in Crockett's district. This is what the children have to walk through every single day. I don't know how many booze bottles there are, how many beer cans, and how much junk. Just a reminder that it's people who represent districts like these that want to bring you the Green New Deal. They're the ones who call themselves environmentalists. Remember that.
So as you can see, Jasmine Crockett's district is nasty, it's dirty, it's trashy, okay? Literally, trash is on the street, all right? You got pots, pans, all of this stuff. You got burned, broken down buildings, abandoned buildings. Like, you have all of these things. Why? What happened to the Democrats being the ones that care about people? I would never live in an area that had trash on the ground like this, okay? And people could say, oh, that's elitism. That's elitism. Jasmine Crockett don't live in that type of district either. Jasmine Crockett lives outside of that. So people can miss me with that. You want to raise your kids in the best district or the best town or the best city, whatever you want to call it. You want to raise them and give them the best. Jasmine Crockett is supposed to be what the Democrats say they are, which is the best, right? And they only want the best. They're giving their constituents the best. This is not your best. Jasmine Crockett is what every other Democrat is, a liar. And this trash just proves it.
Here's what a sidewalk looks like in South Dallas. And here's what stores and shopping centers look like in South Dallas.
Never seen so many downed power lines in my life. It's like the broken windows theory. When you let one window get broken, you're going to let every window get broken because criminals think that they can get away with it. And Jasmine Crockett and people who represent her ideology have gotten away with destroying South Dallas. Look at this once thriving business, this once thriving area. And this is every single business that we see in the district. It's all a bombed out ruin of itself. It's a total collapsed society. What happened here? Well, it's pretty obvious. The progressive politics of Jasmine Crockett, single party rule that has decided to vote against commerce, against the free market, and against safety for the people here. It's pretty sad that kids have to grow up like this. We're hoping for better. We're hoping the kids in Jasmine's district get to grow up like her someday, right?
While Jasmine is being an abusive tyrant in Washington, D.C., her district suffers. A man who has lived here 63 years explains the changes as he sits at an abandoned gas station.
Carl, how we doing, man? You've been here 63 years?
63 damn years.
You've seen a lot.
Man, I've seen a lot of help, and I've seen a lot of people pass away.
Too much violence?
Yeah. So I'm used to it, you know. I can walk through the, like the elderly people, you know, they kind of scared, you know, walk to the stores though, because these young kids be out here, you know, selling that shit, man. It just, you know, just things and changes, man.
Got for the better or for the worse?
It don't got a little worse.
Yeah.
It ain't getting no better.
That's too bad to hear. What would you like to see fixed, Carl?
I'd like to see the city get fixed. You know, the whole city, man, you know. But, like I said, it's wild, like doing drive-bys and shooting and all that type of stuff, man.
The people living in South Dallas were kind to us. They were warm and genteel and welcoming. They had some Southern charm. They've seen better days, and they deserve better than a code-switching theater kid playing a hood rat representing them.
The Jasmine Crockett story is all too common in American politics. Somebody who's lying to you, defrauding you, stealing from you, leaving your neighborhoods looking like this. They take the power and they leave you with nothing. There's no substitute for this. Spending on the block here in Dallas, Jasmine Crockett's district. Hoping for better days. See you.
The crazy part about all of this is these people are the ones voting for her or actually not voting for her, okay? Because a lot of people don't vote, and when they don't vote, these people just get put in. And because it's a D behind their names, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, it's a Democrat. They're going to do something, and they get nothing done. This man has been here 63 years, and he says it's gotten progressively worse, and it's even worse now. It's absolutely amazing to see Jasmine Crockett sit on such a high horse when her district is literally trash. For some reason, the Democrats have a stranglehold on the black population. No matter where you go in this country, they vote overwhelmingly for Democrats. And their cities look like this. Their cities are taken over, ran over, trash, violence, gangs, whatever. And they don't seem to make the correlation that it's the progressive, stupid policies. No matter how many social programs, it gets worse. No matter what, it gets worse because they don't build an economy. They don't build jobs. As you can see, Jasmine has none in her district. That's not what Democrats do. Democrats are just fat cats waiting to get rich off of you, period. All right, you guys, last but not least, here is Jasmine Crockett on MSNBC 13 going over some of the things that the Democrats are doing while fleeing the state, that they are fighting for the American people. Jasmine Crockett isn't fighting for anybody. What she needs to do is not fight the urge and go down there with a bag, like, yes, a trash bag, and pick up all that trash in her district. Actually go down there and talk to folks. Actually go down there and create some type of business. I don't know, open up a wig shop. That seems to be popular nowadays, okay? And you are the prodigy child for it, okay? Do something because these people don't have any prospects. However, I don't think Jasmine really cares about that. I don't think the Democratic Party really cares about that. They just care about staying in power. That's all Jasmine's ever good for, is just talking. Because as you saw in her district, there's nothing going on but the trash. Let's get into Ratchet Crockett doing what she does best. Talk.
Joining us now is Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett of Texas. She is a member of the House Oversight and Judiciary Committees. Congresswoman, great to see you. What are you doing to assist Texas Democrats that have left the state?
Nothing. She's doing absolutely nothing but sitting on her butt, just like that report from the New York Post said, sitting in her apartment or hotel room on the taxpayer's dime. She's definitely not down in that district. She definitely don't do nothing for the people.
Oh, anything that I can. That is for sure. I think that it's really important to amplify their stories. So thank you for talking to the amazing Gina Hinojosa, who I had an honor of serving with. And absolutely, when we were trying to get out of there last time when I was in the State House, I can remember the conversations that Gina and I had as she was yet a lead architect of making sure that we broke quorum then. The awareness around the issue is really important. People need to understand that, number one, Democrats are fighting back. Number two, they also need to understand that the people that claim to be the party of law and order are nothing but lawless thugs. The fact that they are investing our taxpayer dollars and resources into hunting down duly elected officials instead of, say, going after pedophiles. The fact that they have a bigger issue with those that decide that they want to make sure that they can raise an awareness and raise the voices and issues of their constituents over protecting, say, pedophiles.
Jasmine Crockett is a crocker. You know what? Because I'm telling you right now, she keeps saying pedophiles. All right, pedophiles are what? Because last time I checked, Bill Clinton is right on that list, on that flight log, I don't know how many times since 1998, okay? And he actually had an actual picture hanging up, and I do mean a whole portrait hanging up in Epstein's apartment in New York, okay? Not only that, he has pictures with the now deceased Virginia. Virginia, if you don't know, was one of Epstein's Virginia, if you don't know, was one of the trafficked Epstein girls. She has been trafficked since she was 17 years old by Jeffrey Epstein, and she's in a picture rubbing Bill Clinton's back. You gotta love it. I don't see her asking, Bill Clinton, hey, why was the 17-year-old girl rubbing your back? Weren't you married? No, you're not going to ask him that.
It was that we had to go on recess early versus why it is that these Texas Democrats are real heroes in this moment who are not even fighting for their own seats. This isn't even personal for them. This is about our democracy. This tells you which party is actually the party of morality, and it is absolutely the Democrat.
What are you talking about, the party of morality? You have senior citizens sitting outside under abandoned buildings. How is that morality? This woman doesn't know what she's talking about. I can't wait until they draw a little squiggly line and put her right out of her district so they could put the TX-30 constituents out of their misery, because that district looks like a bomb hit it. I mean, it does not look any different than AOC's district or any other trash district under Democrat leadership or lack thereof.
FBI Director Kash Patel or Attorney General Pam Bondi about your letter, the one that I read in the intro?
I have not, but we know that Pam Bondi loves to talk to a certain news network and say what she needs to say. So I'm sure she's in receipts of our letter. I'm sure that I would hear something from that news network before I hear something in more of a formal fashion, as we sent her something in our official capacity in a formal fashion.
Well, you're always here.
Yeah, Congresswoman, what do you make of Democratic governors like California Governor Gavin Newsom planning to counter the Texas map? Do you worry at all that this will just set off a long chain of state redistrictings?
No, I don't worry at all, because let me tell you something. When Republicans decide that they want to go to hell on something, they go for the jugular. Like, they don't hold back, right? So here's the reality. We understand that J.D. Vance is in Indiana right now trying to twist arms so that they can get 2 seats there. We understand that he has been putting pressure on Missouri to try to get 1 seat there. In fact, there are rumors that they already have the map for Missouri. We understand that Florida has already decided that they're going to move forward. So these people do not care about doing what is right by the people that elected them and put them into power. Because when I say that I'm fighting, it's not even a partisan fight that I'm engaging in. I'm engaging in a fight for democracy, a fight that allows people to be held accountable when it is that the people are not liking what you're doing. And we know what the poll numbers are. We know what it is when the Republicans show up in their very red districts and their constituents are coming out and yelling at them and telling them that they hate the big ugly bill. We know what it is. And so I think that while it is that he thinks that he's being very smart in this moment, when we know it's nothing more than just him being evil, I really believe in the people. I am believing that those very same people that have decided to hold their own representatives accountable, I believe that those people are going to show up and they are actually going to do what is in their best interest, which is vote against the Republicans up and down the ticket, because Donald Trump didn't do any of this by himself. He has done this with his co-conspirators that are in the House, that are in the Senate, as well as obviously this corrupt Supreme Court.
Well, who's going to be held accountable for this? Because you did all this by yourself, okay? Maybe, other Democrats can come help you pick up this trash. What about this? What about all this, ma'am? What about it? And that's what I mean when I say the Democrats, especially Ratchet Crockett, okay? Especially her. She sits there like she is doing the most fantastic job. Make it make sense.
Whew. And with that, Congressman Crockett, you're not going anywhere. You're going to stay with us. I want to get your reaction to the latest on the Epstein scandal that is taking over the Trump White House. And that is next.
All right, so you guys just saw all of that. So here are my thoughts. Let's pour it up. Jasmine Crockett is a trash politician. She's a trash person, and she has not done anything for her district. As you can see, they are living in poverty, and I do mean poverty to the extreme. Trash is everywhere, just laying around on the ground. Go and ask her, does her lawn look like that? I guarantee you, it does not. But you know why she doesn't care? Because she knows her constituents aren't going to say anything. They don't even really know her. They've never seen her. She's not there. And the ones that do know her from TV. Yeah, she wants to be the Beyonce of politics. This is her words, not mine, okay? She thinks because everybody's talking about her, she has to be Beyonce. She's far from it. And definitely the wigs aren't the same. She has all of this money that she gets from billionaire donors. She has all of this wealth that she's gotten in the last 4 years, all right? And 2 of the years, she went from making 6 figures to $9 million. How, Sway? I'll tell you how. That is dark money, like she likes to call it. Dark money. Yes, Ratchet Crockett and the rest of the Democrats take dark money. That's all they do is take dark money. And that's because they are what they claim everybody else is, all right? They are the party that doesn't listen to their constituents. They are the party that tells their constituents anything they want to hear and never deliver. Why is this? The Democratic policies do not work, okay? They don't work for anybody, but they definitely don't work for the inner city, as they like to say, or they definitely don't work for the minorities that they like to say. No, they don't work. They don't work at all. And the reason why they don't work is because progressive policies don't bring business, don't bring innovation. They don't do anything to better the people. They're not interested in teaching you how to fish. They're interested in you coming and begging them for the fish. That way they can keep you on the hook. Because without it, they have nothing else. They don't have any policies, nothing. They're not even doing nothing now with this redistricting. They're running away. Meanwhile, you have to stay there and sit by abandoned buildings, send your children through alleys with garbage filled in them, and you just have to deal with it. And what does Ratchet Crockett do? Give you a whole bunch of what she thinks you want. Curse words, neck swinging, sister girl talk with no tangibles, no way out, living in poverty, living in filth, living in trash. And yet she goes home to a mansion, $9 million, a life of luxury, a life of elitism. But I could be wrong. So you guys get down in the comments, like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you thought about Benny Johnson's great video on showing how TX-30 really looks, okay? And I do mean really looks. And again, you guys, go down into the description if you want to see the entire video. I'll link it there. Let me know what you think about those few parts I played from the video. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments. And also, let me know what you think about Ratchet Crockett over there on MSNBC 13 talking about, oh, the Democrats are the moral ones. We're fighting for you, when she's not fighting at all. You heard him. There's nothing but violence going on there. Let me know what you think about that. And let me know what you just think about the Democrats overall. All right. Their approval rating is so low. And now you see why. Because they're just like Jasmine Crockett's district. Trash. You guys get down in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. It's your girl, Mika, and I'm out. Peace.